Forgetfulness a bad thing? We seems to make it out to be so. And yet when you watch Ted Lasso, they say, what? Be like a goldfish. You remember something for 10 seconds and then it's gone. So the key thing is, if you want to grow, if you want to become more, you've got to begin to forget who you are now so that you can become the new you. By forgetting, you're letting go of the past and you're opening yourself up to the new. You're making room for the new you. But as long as you hold on to the past, as long as you hold on to the old you, to all of the mistakes, all of those things, there's no room. There's no room for you to step into your own new greatness. So forgetfulness can be a wonderful thing, not a bad thing. We forget that everything in life has two sides. You get that? Everything in life has two sides. And how you perceive those sides is a key to what you will experience. I choose to rewrite my life and remember what is most important to me. And that's what happens when you start releasing details and just remember the things that are really important to you. All of a sudden, you're creating a whole new energy. I invite you to look at your life, to look at the situations in your life and say, what is it I want to take forward? And what do I choose to forget? What do I choose to leave behind? Because I don't want to carry any excess baggage with me into the future. I don't want to bring excess baggage into me in the now. Because if I do that, I'm just going to relive my past over and over and over again. Is that what you want? I think not. Today, when you woke up, were you excited about the day? Were you excited about the possibility? Or were you remembering what your life has been like and you resigned yourself to the fact we're just going to repeat over and over again what we've been living for all of our lives? And unfortunately, I think that's where most people are. They're unaware. They're unaware that they have the ability to choose what they remember. They have the ability to choose who they want to be. And they choose to forget everything, anything, anyone who is no longer serving their highest advancement. One of the things I was reading an article today by a spiritual group talking about how since COVID, many spiritual communities, people just have not come back. 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, even 80% haven't come back. And the ministers, the spiritual leaders are mourning it. They don't know why. Do you know what I've done? I've simply accepted that people change and they don't come back. And wondering why is a useless question. I'm focusing on the people that are in my life, not the ones who are no longer in my life. That gives me optimism. That gives me zest. That inspires me because you can only focus on what's in your now. You can't go back and focus on that. It's of no value. Then you're not being present with the people in your life now. You wouldn't want me to come on here and talk like some sorry ass person. And that's right, Sandy. Everything must adapt and move forward. You cannot remain stagnant. You can't wish for the past. Not going to happen. So many people say, hey, let's go back to the 50s. The 50s really sucked. If you really break it down, they had none of the conveniences. How many cars in the 50s had air conditioning? And if you lived in Texas, where I live, would you want to live in Texas without air conditioning? Hell no. You'll say, well, there's so much bad in the world today. There's no more bad in the world today than there's always been. We're just aware of it more because of the social media. The world is always in balance. You are always in balance. But your sense of fulfillment comes based on where you put your focus. And the greater fulfilled you are, is the more expansion you have. So you got to leave behind the old you. Leave behind that which no longer serves the highest expression of love. And I say this, I'm going to say it over and over again because I want people to really understand. Love is the awareness and acceptance of our wholeness. It's not romance. That's made up. Romance is basically infatuation. We're talking about love. Love is so much greater. Can you begin to imagine yourself becoming so aware that you can accept everything about you with no judgment? This is who I am. And now embrace who you choose to be. Forget that which you no longer want. Learn from it, and now let it go and become you. And you decide what that is. With that, beautiful ones, know that you are worthy and you are lovable, and I accept you just like you are. Make it a great day. Aloha.